Hey guys, and welcome to Fiction Fan. I'm your host Daniel, and as you might have guessed from the title, today we're going to talk about the true moment Anakin became Darth Vader. Let's get into it. Now, there's a lot of speculation on when exactly Vader was truly born. The first and most obvious assumption is right after Anakin betrays Mace Windu.
Please, no!
Palpatine gives him his new Sith name, Darth Vader. Boom. End of story, right? Or maybe it was when Anakin stormed the Jedi Temple and slaughtered the younglings. That was a defining moment of horror, but again, maybe too obvious. Some fans push it back to the beginning of Revenge of the Sith, when Palpatine urged Anakin to kill Count Dooku, and Anakin obeyed.
Good, Anakin, good. Kill him. Kill him now.
I shouldn't.
Do it. You did well, Anakin. He was too dangerous to be kept alive.
Yes, but he was an unarmed person.
With the infamous, "Do it. Kill him." We all love that line. Definitely a step towards the dark side, but was it the moment? Others say we need to go back even further, to the desert when Anakin's mother died in his arms, and he slaughtered the Tusken Raiders in rage. This wasn't just grief, this was vengeance. His confession to Padmé was the crack where Vader began to slip through.
And not just the men, but the women. And the children, too. They're like animals, and I slaughtered them like animals. I hate them!
Or maybe it was later, when Anakin lost to Obi-Wan, and his broken body was transformed into the mechanical Vader we recognize. That moment is iconic. But is it really the birth, or just the physical confirmation? Let's rewind all the way back to the Phantom Menace. Qui-Gon Jinn discovers Anakin. His midichlorian count is higher than Yoda's. When he confronts Shmi, she admits the boy has no father.
There was no father. I carried him, I gave birth, I raised him. I can't explain that.
Qui-Gon, who studied prophecy, deeply believed Anakin was the chosen one, born by the will of the Force, destined to bring balance. What if he wasn't? What if someone had created him? Fast forward to Revenge of the Sith, the balcony, Palpatine tells Anakin the story of Darth Plagueis, the power to create life, the ability to cheat death. Now listen closely.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
No.
I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. It's a Sith legend. Darth Plagueis was a dark lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence the midi-chlorians to create life. He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even keep the ones he cared about from dying.
He could actually save people from death.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
What happened to him?
He became so powerful. The only thing he was afraid of was losing his power, which eventually, of course, he did. Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew. Then his apprentice killed him in his sleep. It's ironic. He could save others from death, but not himself.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Not from a Jedi.
Palpatine never outright says it, but the implication is chilling. He, Palpatine, learned this power and used it. Canon and expanded lore heavily suggest now that Anakin wasn't a miracle of the Force. He was an experiment, Palpatine's creation. If that's true, then Anakin wasn't born free. He was born bound, engineered to fall, which leads us to one dark conclusion. The birth of Anakin was the birth of Vader. However, there is a deeper conclusion. Maybe the true turning point wasn't his birth, but the death of his mother. When she died, the good in Anakin's heart died with her. What replaced it was hatred, revenge, and darkness. Padmé became the only thing tethering him to the light, and ironically, it was his obsession with her that drove him deeper and deeper into shadow. So when was Vader truly born? Here's my take. Vader wasn't born in a single moment. He was born in layers. Palpatine's manipulation of the Force created the seed. Shmi's death darkened the soil. Palpatine's story of Plagueis watered the soil. And Padmé, the person he loved the most, was the very sun that scorched it into bloom. By the time Palpatine knighted him as Darth Vader, it wasn't the beginning. It was the confirmation of what he already was. Now, let's be honest. Disney's sequel trilogy absolutely dropped the ball. Instead of exploring about 1,000 different pathways they could have explored, including potential consequences of Vader's birth, or what led up to Vader's birth, Palpatine's manipulation of the Force, and his error with Darth Plagueis. Instead of any of those alternatives, we got shaky character continuity, a galaxy that somehow felt just smaller, and lightsaber fights that lost their spark, really. Imagine if we had truly explored what it meant for Anakin to be Vader, or to be born Vader, or the build-up to his birth. Those are the stories that never got told. They're stories that may still be told in the near or distant future, with some of Disney's projects being quite successful. And finally, the ultimate what if. What if Qui-Gon had survived and trained Anakin? Qui-Gon was not rigid like the Council. He embraced the living force. He might have understood Anakin's attachments instead of suppressing them. Instead, Obi-Wan trained him, and while Obi-Wan loved him like a brother, he never truly understood him, and that mismatch may have been the final push that made Vader inevitable. So whether you believe Vader was born in Shmi's womb, in the Tusken camp on Tatooine, or in the Chancellor's office, the truth is, it was always going to happen. Anakin was a tragedy from the very start. Vader wasn't just born in fire and hatred. He was designed for it. And that's what makes his eventual redemption in Return of the Jedi not just powerful, but miraculous. Maybe that was the real tragedy of Anakin Skywalker. He wasn't consumed by the dark side all at once, like a switch flipping. It was a slow erosion, piece by piece, choice by choice, until the man he once was became buried under the armor and the name. Yet even then, Luke proved that the light was never fully gone. That's what makes Star Wars timeless. It reminds us that even the most fallen among us can still be pulled back. Thanks for watching, Fiction Fan. If you enjoyed this video and you're a fan of fiction, please subscribe for more content and hit that like button. Drop your thoughts in the comments. When do you think Anakin truly became Darth Vader? Was it a particular moment, or do you believe it happened in layers?